Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. It is Monday the 3rd of July 2023, which means I get paid in 7 days. Yay! Today we're looking at Spiritoys, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Primal Series, and this is General Thane, who looks absolutely intimidating, looks massive, looks great. I was thinking maybe it could be a good match for my 1/18 scale Boss Fight Studio Tarzan Hero Hacks figure, but Thane looks a bit too cartoony on the non-armoured head, and the armoured head is obviously armoured, but he does look really good. So box, we can see the figure inside there, just info on there, info there, info, picture of there, artwork again there, and on the back, the complete artwork, and we can pause and read if you want to. Very, very cool. I'm looking forward to this. I'll compare them to some bigger figures and to 1/18 scale figures as well. If you like that sort of content, then please consider joining the Patreon, link in the top right of your screen now. Free for 7 days, and you can stop your membership and it'll cost you absolutely nothing, which means you get to watch all the videos that are up there before they come on YouTube for 7 days, and it's cost you nothing, so it is worth checking out. Okay, I'm gonna stop this, unbox and set him up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. Okay, here he is. He is a brute of a figure, very, very broad. Obviously, the short, little, stumpy gorilla legs. They had long legs to be huge, but he is a bulky big boy. I have swapped the head over to the armored head since he's wearing armor anyway, and all the armor can be removed that he's wearing, just like a gorilla. But if you look under the waist section, is not raised, not textured around the groin area, but we'll look at that in a second. Okay, so the standard head, we'll have a look at that first, is here. Very Planet of the Apes looking, but a bit, perhaps a touch more chimp-like, maybe, I don't know. I think in Planet of the Apes, but it does look good. Those eyes are very atmospheric, very, very cool. And he comes with 2 extra pairs of hands, so he comes with your almost default with figures now, your left and right fist, and he comes with a left and right slightly wider gripping hands. The hands he's got standard default are gripping but tighter than this, and these are all wave articulation. On him, I believe they're all wave articulation. We'll look in a second. So let's get a close look at him himself. That is mean. He does look good. If you look underneath here, you can see that it's not textured. So if you do make him as just a gorilla, it's going to look not as great as being armored. I've got to say, I love the effect on this belt and this buckle. I thought that was a real buckle, but it's not. It's just molded. It looks so good. Very nice. And check out the gorilla feet. Fantastic. Now his feet aren't big, because they go quite wide at the back. It's very easy for him to stand up to balance, and the joints seem to be quite stiff, which is good because he is very top heavy, as you can imagine. Look at that muscularity on the back. He's just massive. Very, very cool. You could add some more paint work to this if you want to, make it pop a bit of inking, a bit of highlighting, but it does look good. His head sits on a bit funny, it has to be said. You can see the sort of hollow going up there, but that does give him a good range of motion for his articulation. And I've just popped it off there, which we'll look at again in a second. Okay, I'm going to just quickly pause this and pop his head in properly. Now it's a bit loose. So give me a second and I'll be back and we'll have a look. So back in an instant. Okay, that's done. Yeah. We'll take his big brute of a skull crushing hammer out of his arms, and we'll get a look at his articulation. Now, bear in mind, articulation with the other head, is the default head, sorry, will probably be a bit better than this more bulky armored one. So head, left and right, but the pauldron will get away a little bit. It's got up and down. It's quite nice that this folds open, and not really a side to side. All around on his right, on the ratchet, left one got all around because you've got that pauldron there, but you'll get flat on the forwards and almost flat on the back. Lateral raise, he's getting flat on both arms just about, but he's running to cut his neck with the pauldron if he does that. Let's get his arms turned around. Bicep bend will not be big. I'm telling a lie, he's getting 90. I was not expecting 90. Well done, Spiritoys. There you go. So you get a 90 on that. Both hands, I think, are wave articulation. Let's have a look. Yeah, so this one is a wave articulation, a bit stiff, but it does move. And this one, I can't see where the joint is in this. This could be gun or wave. This one appears to be wave as well. Let me just quickly try and pop this hand out a bit and have a look. I can't see. Okay, I popped it out. We can see that it's actually gun articulation there. So for doing this as opposed to doing this. So that's pretty cool. Can I... God, that joint is so stiff. I'll have to hot water treat that or try and move it inside his arm. And you can see you can pop off the armour if you want, but I'll put it back on for the time being. And then we come down to his waist. He's got an ab crunch with a click, so it's pretty good in the forwards. Backwards is a little bit. There is a waist turn. Hips. The arm gets in the way a little bit, but still very impressive for his short little stumpy legs. Forwards is not great and backwards is not great again, partly because the sculpting. There is a single kneecap. Not a great bend, but it's good enough. The feet, there is, sorry, is there a thigh twist? There's a thigh twist I can see. Feet, the armour gets in the way. Small tippy toe. Hardly any dorsiflexation with the armour on. And there's a tiny swivel, but I don't think there'll be enough stiffness to support his weight if you want to just rely on that. Let's get an idea of his size. He's not small, but he's maybe not as big as you think because that broadness makes him kind of give the impression of being a bigger figure. So he is to the top of the helmet about 21 cm. So he's not small by any means. Let's get his arms down. We'll do a quick comparison. In fact, it'd be nice if they actually gave hands so you could do like a gorilla walk, you know. You'd have to have like a wave articulation in each hand. That'd be pretty cool. Kind of like that sort of thing, you know. But you haven't got articulation in the neck. Anyway, let's get a comparison with some other figures. So first up, I'll use the other Primal series I've got. Where is he gone? I'll put him over here somewhere. Okay, there he is. And you can see that obviously Thane is, oops, sorry, knocked the camera. Thane is a considerably bit bigger in terms of bulk and in terms of height. If I use my current favourite 1/12 scale figure, and that is the Memory Toys Broken Claw Berserker. This is the hard to get the Chase Panda Bear, which I was lucky to get. Now Thane looks rather small against him. And then lastly, for the big ones, I'll use the Dungeons and Dragons Owlbear I got the other day because it's a great figure from a great movie. And again, Thane is small, but he does scale well with all three of them, has to be said. Can definitely work in the same universe. Very, very cool. And now let me have a look with my favourite, my beloved 1/18 scale. And again, I will use the Sigurd the Wanderer from Boss Fight Studios because he's fantasy and Thane appear to be fantasy. They could be sci-fi, I guess. And you get an idea of just how it's going to scale with your 1/18 scale figures if you want to do those sort of oh my god dioramas. And yeah, you can see that Thane is considerably bigger than our little guy here. Big size difference. I think he's worth getting to work with your 1/18 scale and even your 1/12 scale, since he's 1/12 scale by default. Great figure, looks great if you're out of action figures, really nicely done. I wish there was some fur sculpting on like the groin area, so you take the armor off, you can have like a gorilla, but you can't have everything, I guess. Okay, so also signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe, consider joining the Patreon because it's free for 7 days, and then you can cancel, and check out the video description for discount codes and links, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.